This is your favorite Murted once again back live, and today I have a very interesting topic. This topic is very important because we have to see how Quran describes us or all the other people who are not following Muhammad or Quran or Muhammad's teaching or whatever you may like to call. Because obviously at a certain time we have to see how Quran remembers us or reminds us or how Quran shows what we are. So let me show you. uh, let's see, let's go to Quran chapter number 62 verse number 5, and here we go. I think my screen is visible and it is. Hello, good morning. Hey, today you will learn how Quran describes you. I'm sorry. I know it's a very bad topic, but I had to do it. I had to do it because there are certain people who were who were who were Christians, and they listened to my debate, an older debate with a guy who was lying straight forward in front of my face, and I got furious with him, and they were saying it is echoing. It is echoing. I have no idea why it's echoing. Let me see. Let me turn on my Facebook, YouTube, and see if it is echoing here. Nope, it's not echoing when I listen to my own YouTube broadcast. So probably it's a problem at your side, buddy. Uh, I can't say why. Let me just do something else. I listened to my own radio, my own screen, and it wasn't echoing. So I hope it is better now. Let me show you. So anyhow, so they claimed that I was very harsh with him, but he was lying with me. Now let's see how Quran describes us. So first verse is 62:5, and it says, um, let's go to the easy one. Sahih International. The example of those who were entrusted with Torah and they did not take it on is like of a donkey who carries volume of books or whatever. So you are donkeys, by the way, not you, because you guys are not Jews. It is specifically for Jews. Uh, so Jews are donkeys per Quran, but don't worry, you guys are going to come. Let's see another verse. Oh, you know, I'm gonna show you such beautiful things Quran says about everyone other than Muslimin. You're going to love it. All right. This is chapter number 74, verse number 49. Now, what is the matter with them? That they are turning away from the reminder. Okay. So, people are turning away from the reminder. Who are they? They are spooked zebras. That's donkey. Wow, Mr. Clear Quran. Oh my goodness. How they hide the translation. They are asses. Means donkeys. They are donkeys. They are donkeys. They are what? They are donkeys. Like, and this one was awesome. He said zebras. Like, probably zebra is far better than donkey for him. But anyhow, so anyone, anyone who is not a Muslim is a donkey. Let me go to another one. Quran chapter number 25, verse number 44. I'm going to show you a lot today. I'm sorry, but you have to see that. Uh, or do you think the most of them here or reason they are not except like a livestock? Livestock. They are like kettles. They are like kettles. They are like livestock. They are like, I don't know, like I don't know how else I can describe. It's pretty easy. So So you, whoever does not believe in Allah, is a cattle, is a livestock, is a livestock. And I have a message. Believe that Muhammad was the noblest person who ever. Yeah, Allah praises Muhammad as the best of the creation. Yes, an excellent example, exalted above the prophet's degree, etc., etc. Perform one mercy to the world. Oh my goodness, I can do a whole video on mercy of the world. Exactly, and this mercy of the world is showing uh, what are the other people. So anyhow, who doesn't believe in Allah or the last day, whether he is Christian or Jew or Sabian or Qurayshi or non-Qurayshi or Hindu or whatever, he is nothing more than a livestock. First it was a donkey, then it was a livestock. Let's go to another verse. Oh my goodness. Quran chapter number 2 verse number 171. The example of disbelievers not responding to messenger's warning, which is Muhammad's warning, is like a flock not comprehending the calls and cries of the shepherd. They are willfully deaf, dumb, blind. So I'm sorry guys, that's how Quran calls you. That's how Quran calls you. I can't do anything. Is it describing sinful people or all the people who does not believe in it? Hey buddy, Jesus saves, come on. For Allah, it's either you are Muslim or you are not Muslim. That's what Allah, that's it. So it's describing about anybody who does not believe in Allah and the last prophet, full stop, which includes you as well. Sorry, but that's what it is. So they are deaf, dumb, and blind, and they are like livestocks. Okay, this was Quran chapter number 2, verse number 171. Let's go to another one. Chapter number 7, verse number 106, and so on. Let's see. Ah, and if we have willed, we would have elevated him over signs, but he clung to his life, following his devil desire. His example is like of a dog. Uh, did I read it right? Yes, I did read it right. It says dog. Guys, dog. Let's see somebody else says something else. Yusuf Ali, dog. Sahi International, dog. If you chase him, he pants. If you leave him, he still pants. So whatever, you are dog. What an evil example of those who denies our sign. They only wronged their own soul. So my friends, you're dogs. According to Quran. That's what it is saying. You have your religion, I have mine. That's my foot. That was only when Muhammad was in Medina and he did not have enough followers. So now you were livestock, you were dogs, you were donkeys. Let's see Quran chapter number 8, verse number 55. Let's see what else you are. Indeed, the worst of all beings. What? The worst of all living creatures. Worst of all living creatures. Like even ant has a purpose. Uh, a, a worm has a purpose. Okay. Worst of all living creatures. So basically, like there is no creature. So infidels are worst of all creatures. So whatever Allah made in this world, these humans are the worst of all creatures. So and let me show something else first before I will tell you what Jesus said. So we saw 855. Let me show you one more before I go somewhere else. Quran chapter number 98 verse number 6. Inna lazina kafaru min ahlil kitab. Indeed, those who disbelieve from the people of the book. So now it is only talking about Jews and Christians. And then he says, the polytheist, and mushrikeen, and the polytheist will be in the fire of hell to stay there forever. They are the worst of all beings. So previously Allah was nice. He said you were worst of all living creatures. Now he just said you are worst of all creatures. So if you talk about all creatures, these um trees and plants, these are all creatures. Even rocks are creatures, created being of Allah. So you are worst of even a rock. That's what it is. So it's not even living being right now. It is worst of all creatures. That's verse chapter number 98, verse number 6. And what did Jesus say? What did the God of Bible say? He said he sent his only begotten son because he loved this world. Because he loved this world. And this world has no meaning for our God. It is us who has the meaning for him. So he sent down his only begotten son for us. We are the people that he wanted to save, be saved. And this is how Allah is calling us. Okay. And that is why if we see Quran chapter number 47, verse number 35, look what it says. It says, I don't like some translation, do not flatter or cry. That's silly. So do not weaken and call for prayer, call for peace. Do not weaken and call for peace while you are superior. So when you have the upper hand, do not be weakened, do not call for peace, and Allah is with you and will never deprive you and will always give you deed. So whenever you are of the upper hand, don't call for peace. Islam is a religion of peace. Look at what the religion of peace is saying. First, it calls you donkeys, worst of all creatures, dogs, pigs, whatever. And then it says, do not call for peace when you are in the upper hand. Okay, this verse is not clear. My favorite verse, 533. Oh, for example, for before 533. No, let me show you 533 first. Indeed, the plenty or the punishment, the plenty of those who wage war against Allah and His Messenger and strive upon earth corruption is none but they be killed or crucified or their hands and feet be cut off from the opposite side or they be exiled from the land. So imagine the level of the punishment. Okay, who wage war against Allah and His Rasul, basically who strive against Allah and His Rasul and strive on the earth, fasad, corruption, should be either be killed or crucified or their hands and feet be cut from the opposite side. Now the problem is this verse is an extreme punishment verse. You are killing the people, you are crucifying the people, you are cutting their hands and feet from the opposite side, yet Allah doesn't describe fasad. Now rather, if we go one verse back, 532, which is the favorite verse of Muslims. Okay, let me just read from where the Muslim reads only. uh, It is as if he had killed the whole mankind, and whosoever saves one, it is as if he has saved the whole mankind. You have read this thing so many times, claiming by so many people. But if you read the full verse, it says, because of that we decreed upon children of Israel that whosoever kills a soul, unless for a soul, or a corruption done in the land, it is as if. So basically, this verse, which they actually bring up every time, is Allah saying that I have decreed upon the children of Israel, not to everyone, not to Muslimin, but to children of Israel. And the next verse, which is the one which actually says to the Muslimin, is this one: the plenty of those who wage war against Allah and His Messenger and spread mischief in the land, kill them or crucify them. That's that's the true verse for Muslimin. This verse is for the children of Israel. Now, even in this verse, if you see, whosoever takes a life unless as a punishment for a murder or mischief in the land. Okay, slew a person. Okay, no matter which translation you see, even it is for children of Israel. Let's see what Muhammad says about Qisas. This is Sunnah.com. He replied, the legal retribution of the blood money and releasing of the captive and the judgment. So no Muslim should be killed in Qisas for killing a kafir. So what is the legal retribution for killing a kafir? Shalom, brother. Thank you so much for coming. So what is the legal retribution? Legal qisas. So basically, you already seen, kill them, crucify them, cut their hands and feet and everything. And now it is saying that for for this judgment that no Muslim should be killed in qisas if he kills a non-believer, a kafir, a disbeliever. Let's look at another one. By the way, this is Sahih ul Bukhari 6915. It's not daif. Okay. Another one about the ransom of a captive and judgment that a Muslim should not be killed in Qisas for killing a disbeliever. Sahih al Bukhari 6903. Let's look another one. Uh, different chain of narrators. Believers are all like one hand, and no believer is to be killed for a disbeliever. No believer is to be killed for a disbeliever, i.e., Qisas, nor should one has the covenant with Muslim be killed while his covenant holds. Then again, this is what it is. This is the third one was Blahul Maram. Okay, Sahih al Bukhari. Once again, brother, this one is something else. I think. Yep, it is something else. Okay, well, more. Oh, this is an interesting one. Sahih al Bukhari. While the tribe of Banu Qurayza was ready to accept the judgment, Allah Apostle sent for Saad, who was near to him. Saad came riding a donkey, and when he came near, Allah Apostle said, stand up for you, leader. Then Saad came and sat beside Allah's Apostle, who said to him, these people are ready to accept judgment. Saad said, I gave the judgment that the warriors should be killed. So now these are the prisoner of war. You have already won the war of Banu Qurayza. You have already won the war. And the judgment is the warriors should be killed and their children and women should be taken as prisoners. Because the woman will become the prisoner of war, which will be what? They will be right hand possessed. Malakatil Yameen. So they are your sex slaves and you can sell them. The Prophet then remarked, O Saad, you have judged among them with the judgment of King Allah. So this is the judgment of King Allah, because he called them kafir, he called them donkeys, he called them dogs, he called them pigs, he called them worst of all living creatures, he called them worst of all creatures. And then if you are this, then even if you are captured in war, you should be killed. It doesn't make any difference. And if your women are captured, they should be malakatul yamin, who are your property, just like a person is holding a mug in his hand, a chair on which a person is sitting. So that's what you should do with the kids and the women while killing their male male husbands. Killing their male husbands. Let's read another hadith. Sunan Ibn Dawood, a believer will not be killed for an infidel. Stated by the authority of the grandfather reported, Prophet ﷺ said, a believer will not be killed for an infidel. For an infidel. For an infidel. So guys, that's hello everyone, thank you so very much. No problem, you can rewind and check because this was a very interesting topic. And by the way, 20 minutes have already passed. I needed to do this topic because there are certain Muslims, not Muslims, there are certain. So today there are certain Muslims. I was on Steve's show. Then certain Muslims came up and stated certain things to me, which goes exactly according to Quran, and I wanted to show it to everyone. At the same time, certain Christians came to me. They saw an older video of mine, which was a debate with a Muslim who was lying 100%. And I got furious with him. I was angry and I was shouting. And certain people said, you shouldn't be doing that. Dude, this is what Quran says about me. And if a person is lying in front of me, flat lie, and I know he's a flat lying, like I think I have a little bit of a right to be a little angry. So, but anyhow, this is what it is. Sorry guys who came in late. I'm so sorry for you guys that you came in late. Yes, I know I do not actually have a fixed time. I have work, and after work I come in and I show this. But just to show you, after showing you all of that, let me just tell you one last thing. God so loved the world that he sent his only begotten son as a lamb who didn't say a thing. He who had no sin, he was his flesh was made sin for us. He bore the sin of all of us, and that flesh was crucified, beaten, stabbed, humiliated, hung on the cross, pierced through, and through his blood, God gave us the salvation. This is the message of Christianity. This is the message of Christ. Do you want to see or accept the message of Quran, which calls everyone donkeys, dogs, worst of all creatures, living creatures, worst of all creatures? In one verse, living creature, then worst of all creatures, deaf, dumb, and blind. Your women are malakat al yamin, and your men should be killed, and there should be no qisas, that is means blood money, blood for blood. Is this peaceful religion? When the religion of peace saying, when you have the upper hand, do not ask for peace, because do not show weakness. Quran 47:35. Quran chapter 47:35. I've shown that. This is the message of Quran versus the message of our Lord. If they slap you on one cheek, give them the other. When his apostle took out the sword and cut the ear of the Roman soldier, what did our Lord said? He put the ear back and he said, the one who lives by the sword dies by the sword. The one who lives by the sword dies by the sword. That's the message of our Lord Jesus. Accept him. It's a free gift. It's a free gift. Accept him. With that, I say spread this message. Let the people know. Even let our Christian brother and sisters know who thinks that if somebody somewhere shows a little anger to these Abduls, he is not a Christian. They actually come up and say that flat on your face. That you are not even a Christian if you are saying that, if you are doing that, or you said that. Dude, realize what we have been called. Just read their scriptures. Yes, I'm saying I should be more humble. I'm not justifying myself. But once again, that's the reality of the situation. And I'm sorry if I have been shown anger sometimes. I ask forgiveness to my from my Lord as well. May the Lord forgive me for my impatient attitude sometimes, which just happens being a flesh and blood and normal human being. But thank you so very much for watching. Spread the word, show to the world, stay away from Islam, come to Jesus, because there is only one way to heaven, only one way to salvation, and that is through Jesus. Take care. Have a blessed day, evening, or night, wherever you are. Goodbye. Good night. Good morning. Good evening.